This is Calapooya High School. It's an alternative high school within Bethel School District. So this is our entire high school building. This is it. This is normally a classroom. There's a classroom over in that corner back there. That little corner is my classroom, my little lab area. There's a class that happens kind of around in the corner. We used to just have classes kind of out on the floor. We have about 100 kids here. And we have 6.5 teachers for every single high school subject, and every kid gets a full diploma with all subjects here. So we have teachers who are endorsed in like language arts, social studies, math. So I do applied art, science, and math, and everybody has to do a lot of things. So just by nature, we're very integrated here. And it has been pretty successful. We graduated, 100% of our students graduated that were credit eligible. And these are kids who came like way from behind, and our graduation rate doubled in the last few years, and we've had a lot of successes here. We teach in a very, very different way, and that's what led to this math program. So what we decided to do is to go with this cohort model where teachers teach in themes, like this teacher who teaches here teaches law, but through law, maybe say Brown versus Board of Education, she teaches social studies, history, and economics. So rather than teach social studies, history, and economics, she teaches like this with a theme that picks up different parts of all of these. She would have those students all day, every single day, for 9 weeks. Only those kids. No other classes, no schedule changes, nothing. Last year I taught a food chemistry class, and it was like anatomy, health, organic chemistry. And so then after 9 weeks, the whole class, the whole school basically rotates, and the kids who had government or law come to my place for food science. And my name is Bruce Weinberg. I was a kid in high school who was pretty good at math, but didn't really like it at all. And that really hasn't changed much. I'm still not that great at math, and I still don't like math all that much, honestly. But I remember in high school taking Algebra 2 and just thinking like, oh, I hate this class, like why? And then taking calculus, and then taking calculus with physics in high school, I'm like, oh, I get it. That's actually kind of cool. But I didn't like it until I could do something with it. And that's kind of been my approach forever. I went on to engineering school, decided that was not quite for me, not interpersonal enough, ended up doing a lot of various things. But here I am now teaching science. I always taught science kind of from an engineering perspective. Instead of the inquiry science, it was let's make things and test them and see what happens. And then a few years ago at Calapooya, all of the teachers started teaching math. And suddenly I became a math teacher. And so here we are. It's kind of a crazy path. And so I feel like I've definitely come to teaching math in maybe a slightly non-traditional way. We have 15 students in a class. So, so this is small, right? We have a very small school, and so what I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, because I taught at Willamette, the other high school, where I had like 35 kids in a class. So I'm thinking like, could I really do this with 35 kids? And I think the answer is yes. So it has to be cheap, lightweight. It has to be something that can like go up and be taken back down. It has to be something that can be done on wooden tables with carpet, without running water, power tools. It has to be a really meaningful project that does not necessarily require a shop, unless you have a shop. And then you're like, awesome. I have tons of projects I can share with you guys, but the ones I've chosen to share are the ones that could be done repeatedly in a classroom of 35 kids with little tables on carpet. Things that you could use or that you can do outside. Things that don't take a lot of stuff. Now, I can also share with you, I have like just racks and racks. I have a drill press and a bandsaw and racks and motors and gears and all kinds of gizmos and stuff. But most people don't have that, so that's not going to be the focus of this. What we have done, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a turnkey curriculum. I don't have a package to hand you, and I can't even tell you what to do. Really, all we can do is share with you what we have done, how we came about it, and then try to give it to you in the most flexible way so that you can use it to create your own projects, classes, etc. out there.